All right, Miles, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. This is a team obviously going through a lot of changes, moving off of Aaron Rodgers. The Jordan Love era has arrived, and things are looking pretty good on that front. But the Packers, over the past few days, quietly made a really smart addition to this football team, this organization, I should say, that I think will pay dividends for them both in the short term and the long term.
Yeah, Nick, I think the Packers are making some really great moves, not only on the roster, but at other parts of the team's organization as well. We're going to get into this story. I think the fans are going to love this one. But I got to ask you a question first, Packers fans, in the comments below. Who has been your favorite Green Bay Packer running back of all time? Got some great ones right now, but we go through the past. There's a lot of really good answers to choose from. So let us know in the comments below. Who's your favorite Green Bay Packer running back of all time? But Nick, I'd like everyone to stay tuned to the end of the video to hear a word from our partner, Neuro. They have some really great products, give you a quick and easy boost of energy. We love to take their mints or gum right before the show to keep us sharp, focused, and on task as we're going through all of these shows. And I know, Nick, I want everyone to stay tuned, hear more about Neuro, all of their products, but also get your hands on our discount code, help you get these products for a little bit cheaper. They're worth it, I promise. So Nick, now that everyone gets these great Neuro products, let's hear about the great moves the Packers are making in the front office.
Yeah, so when I look at smart teams in all professional sports, you go back to the Moneyball days of the Oakland Athletics on the baseball side. And basically what that was, for people who aren't really familiar with that, was basically the Oakland Athletics organization recognized they were hamstrung by their salary and found smart ways to use their dollars to build a competitive football team, a baseball team in that case, I'm sorry. And now fast forward to the NFL and modern era, everyone is obviously constrained by the salary cap, but we know a lot of the smart teams in the NFL, long-term, like the New England Patriots, not long ago, we talked about the Kansas City Chiefs using advanced analytics to try and find players to evaluate guys to fit in the salary cap. Everyone's trying to get that edge to understand how to get quality players in the salary cap. But one of the things the Packers have done is made a key addition to this organization that will be a boon for them solving that problem. If you want to throw up this report, Miles, this is from Fansided. The Packers have recently added salary cap analyst Joey Lane into the fold. This guy's a really sharp guy. According to the report, Joey Lane is the latest Packers addition, joining the organization as a salary cap analyst, a role he filled with the New Orleans Saints and Chicago Bears. Lane was involved in the early building of the strategy the Saints used in building their books under Mickey Loomis. Loomis, of course, is the Saints GM currently. New Orleans frequently hands out strange contracts. Remember the weird one they gave to Taysom Hill, and restructures them later to keep competitive while bringing in more talent than the salary cap, when viewed in a one-dimensional way, might otherwise not permit. All right, I know a lot of Packers fans are like, this is the news. What the heck are you talking about? This is the big move. This is absolutely massive, because one of the ways you can be successful in the NFL, and frankly in any organization, especially in professional sports, when you have guys who look at the things that constrain your organization and don't think of them, the way everybody else does, but you think differently. You find creative ways to work around it. The New Orleans Saints have been in salary cap hell for the better part of 30 years, it seems like. I got to go back to like 2013 with Drew Brees and Sean Payton, that everyone was talking about. They'd have to blow up their entire team. They'd win one game the next year because they were in salary cap. Their salary cap was so horrifically mismanaged. Yet every year they're fine. And in fact, every year they're always in contention. If they were better at quarterback, which I think they'll be this year, they'll probably contend in their division as well, because they understand that there are creative ways to maneuver the salary cap and to get quality players in and adjust the dollars and move signing bonuses and guaranteed money and things like that to get better players than you normally should based on your current salary cap situation. I think this will be huge for the Green Bay Packers, because look, Jordan Love, he's technically in his rookie deal, but he's on the back end of his rookie deal, which means he's going to get a lot more expensive in a couple of years. They're not going to have the benefits of having a really quality young quarterback on that rookie deal. They're going to have to rely on being really smart in the salary cap. So what did the Packers do? They went in and brought in literally the smartest salary cap guy on the open market, at least when it comes to finding creative solutions. I love this pickup by the Green Bay Packers. Miles, give me your thoughts on this move.
Yeah, Nick. First of all, you say anyone who has been involved with the Saints and the salary cap situation, I'm on board, because the things they're able to do the last few years, I didn't even think it was real. I thought, everyone says Saints salary cap was a myth. It didn't exist because they were able to, always be, $50 million over the cap, yet still always come out on top, make these moves. So this guy's been in an environment, he's seen a lot of stuff go on. They talked about the Taysom Hill contract. That one's really interesting. People didn't like it at first, but I think it ended up working out for them very well. He's very imaginative. He has a lot of creativity with the cap. And the Packers are in a really unique situation, especially with Jordan Love. They have a guy who's been riding the bench for a while. He comes in as a little bit of an extension here. So there's going to be an interesting salary cap ramifications for him in his next contract going forward. So it's great to have this guy on here for that. They're going to be adding a lot of new weapons to this team probably to help bolster whether Jordan Love or whoever the next quarterback of the Packers is going to be. So it remains to be unseen until we get a little bit more information this year. So I think them bringing this guy on early and letting him get his feet wet in the organization, feel all the players out, see what everybody is worth. They brought him in at the perfect time because the Green Bay Packers are about to go into one of the largest, things salary cap wise going forward for this team. There's going to be a lot of decisions made going forward, a lot of changes on this roster, a lot of additions, a lot of extensions, a lot of subtractions potentially as well. But I think bringing this guy in is really, really important because you need more eyes on the salary cap. You need to look more of these things in the front office type of places, Nick, because the Green Bay Packers have a lot of important decisions to make going down the stretch.
Miles, I think you brought up a great point that it actually slipped to my attention at first, is that their problems in terms of what they're going to have to solve in the salary cap isn't in 2023. It'll be in 2024, 2025, 2026. And like we talked about in some other episodes involving some other news, smart teams bring in the people to solve the problems before they become big problems. Because once the big problems come in, you're reactionary, right? And you're struggling, you're flailing. And that's where organizations make mistakes. Credit to the Green Bay Packers for recognizing that they'll have to solve this problem in the future and bringing in the right guy to address it ahead of schedule. Great move by Green Bay. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.